That did fix it.
Hey guys, Dennis here with
Chrissy, Megan,
in Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And we're just going to do our normal weekly live feed. We'll wait a few minutes here to give some people time to jump on here with us.
sitting here watching the Chiefs game.
And we'll be taking any questions any of you have. We may review some of the cases, touch a little bit on Randy Leach and Alex Van Dowson. Because the Randy Leach case, we aired an episode this morning that went public at 9 a.m. this morning. And I apologized during that episode, but there were points in there that I started getting flustered. This one has just, what we shared in that episode, that has just been driving me up a wall. Yeah. Hey, Tamara, how are you doing?
Hi, Tamara. Hi, Laura.
And then with Alex, there's something that Chrissy has in the works on this case that we will get into. And
right. For Alex, guys, I am in the process of setting up a GoFundMe page for his mom, excuse me. And it's just to reopen the case, get all the information we need and get it reopened. It's not quite set up yet, but once it is, you guys will be able to check it out. Hopefully we can get some money raised so Jennifer doesn't have to worry about anything for a while.
Yeah, because 100% of that money will go straight to Jennifer.
Right. We're doing pretty good, Laura, Tamara, and Laura. How are you guys?
She's
I'm not all with it tonight, apparently.
So with that, thank you guys for joining us on here, for following along with us with this. You guys are pushing us to be able to do more. And sticking with the Alex case, as we mentioned in the live feed yesterday, I still believe that there is another firearm involved, that it has been discarded possibly in the area. If this is not found and the answer is not found by mid to late spring, I do plan on driving out to Indiana searching for this firearm. And while we're there, taking a short drive to another case and actually searching a pond for a missing person while we're out there. But Alex, I think we have enough to prove this was not suicide.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Received my shirt and loved it. Thanks again.
Oh, I'm glad.
And that stuff, the shirts, then all of her jewelry stuff. Megan, she could work wonders with that stuff. And your jewelry stuff gets me every time. If I was a lady, I would wear a lot of your jewelry.
She made
so pretty.
She made the prettiest bracelet the other day. It was wire and beads, but it's got a magnetic clasp. It is so pretty. Is that new that you're doing with magnets now?
Yeah, it is just a new clasp that I found. I just want to try it.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, any of the cases we've been working on, please don't hesitate. Throw that in the comment section. We will get that answered. If we need to pull one of our cases out, we will. But we'll answer any questions that you have on these. Just about any. On the Randy case, there is still a couple things. Laura wants to see the bracelet.
She wants to see the bracelet.
Oh, hang on.
There's still the couple things on Randy's case, which is the name of the source we will never ever release publicly, at least without their permission. And then we're not going to give the actual property location that come in with that tip. But I will say, I don't believe Randy will be found on that property. some answers to what happened May, but I still believe he's over on this other property.
It looks like Megan found it, Laura.
Yeah, this is my new bracelet.
Here, I'll
And
get
if you can get
Yep.
closer.
It's really nice. It's got the beadwork, the turquoise, and if you look, magnetic. So
That
Nice.
will be up on the website shortly.
Yes, please. We'd love to see the jewelry.
It's on the website.
Not all of
it's-
it, though.
well,
you had a lot of stuff that's not
Yeah,
up
I
yet.
still have quite a bit I need to put on there, but
anyway,
Is that a piece of jewelry, too?
No, I
she
broke the
my
pen.
pen.
boy, we're just not got it tonight.
Laura wants to know what sizes.
Can't they be custom?
yeah, I can do custom. I just kind of, for the most part, I just kind of eyeball stuff, which I know I shouldn't, but I can make it custom. So
And you can do that on pretty much all of your jewelry, can't you?
Yep.
And aren't you going to here soon do the website
Yeah.
again?
it's not.
Okay. Okay, I just put the website in the comment section and it is also in the description.
Well, should
As
I
well.
go ahead and do this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I am going to be having a Black Friday sale, but I'm going to make it through Black Friday all the way through Cyber Monday. So it's not just 2 days; it's the whole weekend. Everything on the website. What about the t-shirts?
Yeah.
Your t-shirts.
Those will be 75.
Okay. All of my stuff on there is going to be 50% off. And the Muddy Water, why does that sound wrong? The Muddy Water Search and Recovery shirts are going to be 75% off. I will put the coupon code for that in the description. So I will get that out to you. But yes, the 26th through the 29th, the website is having a big sale.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Oh, there.
Dan says, I feel there may be some people keeping eye on Alex's case that could possibly be doing it to see what's found. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Dan. And when it comes to locations that I kind of want to go out to Indiana to search, I won't be releasing those publicly until we have those areas searched, because I don't want to give time and say, hey, on this date, we're going to be in this area, and give somebody time to go out and find something and remove it, hide it somewhere else, etc. Dan, I will be keeping you in the loop as far as where we're going, and Jennifer, I will be keeping her in the loop as well. And in case you guys missed the live feed last night, Dan has been such a big help in Alex's case. It's been an honor working on this kind of with him, messaging back and forth, talking on the phone,
Yes.
and just super good guy and very knowledgeable.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So with the Randy Leach case in that episode that aired today, Chrissy has been chomping at the bit, wanting to speak on this.
You
We
know,
may unleash her.
I'm trying to compare a little bit here. You know, this case, this was our very first case that we took on. And I got so wrapped up in it that at the time when Denny said, oh, we have another case to handle, I just wanted to flat out say, no, we don't. This is the only case we need. And you don't know how bad I just want to unleash on certain people that's involved with this. Like I said yesterday with the Alex case. Okay.
My phone call.
Oh, Denny's got a phone call. He'll be right back.
This seems to happen on our way.
Well, anyway, oh, I'm furious with this, guys. What Denny said this morning when that was released, that's pretty much how I felt about it. We have been at a standstill for I don't know how long now, forever.
A few months.
And we have locations, we have information, and it's literally killing me. I about had it.
Yeah.
Because poor Alberta,
you would think that the ones involved would want to get this done. Found something on Randy's case. Okay, thank you, Dan. We'd appreciate it. But like I said, you think that the ones who would want to get, or the ones involved would want to get this done and being over with, but the more we dig into it, it's just like, this can't be possible. It's horrible.
It's a runaround. We're being lied to. We're being told one thing and then told another, and hopefully things will start.
Yes,
I hope so,
Tamara.
Tamara. It's ridiculous. And Tamara, you know, we've discussed some things with you, and so you know how frustrating this is. And Denny pretty much said it perfectly.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what we've all been thinking. We want to say more, but we can't.
Yeah, there were many times during that I had to tell him to calm down.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it is so frustrating.
And it's over stupid stuff, really.
Yeah.
Stuff that I look at and think, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the holdup? That's the problem? You're really going to do that? Boy, I wish I could tell you guys more, but.
You know, honestly, I'm pretty sure that you all are smart enough that you've probably got your own opinions and you've figured it out. So even if we did have to say it, you'd be like, yep, I knew it.
Right. Absolutely. And I never in a million years thought it would go this way.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming.
Mm-mm.
But with that being said, we are still waiting for our turn.
Yeah.
I've not given it up.
Going along with this, this weekend, weather permitting, I don't know if it's gonna be bad or not.
I can't remember.
There is another area, small area that we are going to be searching just to clear it, get it marked off the list.
Right.
Like Denny said, we're not gonna reveal where we're going, but there is another one we are checking this weekend.
Hope we can get that knocked out because this is driving me nuts. Because we have all the information we need, and all it's going to take is just to go there. Honestly,
it's frustrating.
I mean, because we even discussed it more today, and it was silly things that came to our mind that we think it's only going to take one thing, or totally outside the box of whatever. It drives me nuts.
It's on the tip of my tongue to give away everything, blurt out all these names that we cannot.
Because I mean, that's how frustrated we are. We just want to throw everybody that we have that is doing this under the bus and go, okay, you started it, we're going to finish it. Yeah. We're not mean people, but holy moly.
No, we started this to help because we have heard of this case my whole life anyway, because I was born in 88.
Yeah. But 82. So, I mean, I've known of the case. Born and raised in Leavenworth. We know about this case.
Yeah. This one is just, it's so frustrating because we are here. We know the answers.
We're in the area.
We can solve this.
Yeah.
But nobody's letting us, as immature as that sounds.
Yeah, if you've ever followed the Randy case and heard the podcasts and heard past videos, I don't know if I want to mention that. Give us 1 second, guys. Should I say that?
Oh yeah, that's already been talked about.
Well, you know about the corruption that's involved with this whole thing. You don't know how bad. I just want to throw people under the bus. Dan said it's sad when you have to search before telling what's up because the possibility of getting shut down by people.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what Megan said. We're doing this to help. We're still going to finish this. Whether or not certain people like it, we're still going to finish this. And when we do, tough. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Tough. Anyway. Did anybody catch the video this morning about the Randy case? Did anybody out there?
Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Did Denny go a little too far, or was he like right on point
Dan,
where he needed to be?
Dan, did you see it by chance? I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Because I watched it and
yeah.
I mean, you can tell Denny gets mad. He gets to the point and the whole computer shakes and it's, yeah. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah.
You think Denny said enough?
Everybody watched it.
Good. You watched it too, Tamara. Nice. What do you think about it?
Not enough.
Yep.
Oh, it was not enough.
Right. What else we got to talk about here?
Well, I don't know if we should go any further.
I would, because if not, then.
Did you already do this?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh, okay. Okay, Denny has down in here in his notes that if there's any other cases that you guys want have questions for, or you want to discuss, just let us know. Because like I said, we can pull them up and let you know if we have anything new on them.
Yeah. But I just can't get over it. The more I think about all these cases, it's just driving me nuts.
My concern is with the crooked law enforcement. They're going to say remains that get found will not be him, when in fact they probably are. And yes, he watched. Yeah.
I think at one point, Dan, that probably has happened, or it did happen. Whatever they did come upon. But and there again, from last night's live episode, Tamara, you can see his frustration, and both of yours seems to be circumvented at every turn. Yes.
Yeah. It's just, we have the knowledge, we have the information, and we're not allowed to talk about it. It's just, it's not fair.
That's right, Dan. Oh, Denny's back.
Okay.
But no, like I said, with like the Alex case last night, law enforcement yet again is being corrupt. They're being corrupt in this case. What is going on with law enforcement? It's ridiculous. We've just been talking about the Randy case. Tamara watched it. Dan watched it. Laura watched it. Do you know about that?
Yes, there was a skull that was found. Alberta actually got the phone call from a friend, said there was law enforcement all over that property. So Alberta and Harold actually drove over there, and they were met with hostility by some of them. But one officer actually talked to Harold for a little bit. And while they haven't said exactly who it belongs to, at one point, I believe they did say that it was a female's skull, but I have to go in to reconfirm that. And as soon as I know for sure if it was the female skull, Dan, I'll let you know. But I know one that they found was a female skull. But the 3 burlap bags of body parts they found at Cedar Creek, they had never identified to my knowledge.
Like I said last night, even with the Alex case, what is going on with law enforcement?
So you got Alex, you've got Randy, you've got Molly Miller and Colt Haynes. Karina McClurkin was a case I started to question law enforcement, but I think that one comes down to budget and size of their department and resources.
I actually think the Alonzo Brooks one's kind of like that too.
Yeah, the Alonzo Brooks very well could be along the same lines. The new case you posted today has similar situation as Randy Leach. Yes. If there is corruption and if remains were found of Randy's, it would involve multiple departments and many people. Something will come out with that many involved. That's what I am hoping, Tamara. I know I have been able to tie things together that would tie in some law enforcement, state, and whatever you call it. My mind went blank on me, but a state attorney, all the way up to possibly a possible senator at the time, a judge. And with this would come a medical examiner. Steve's death being ruled an aneurysm, but having the gash and the bump on his head does not fit with an aneurysm. Aneurysm's on the inside.
Yeah. I mean, it just amazes me that people end up disappearing. And I'm thinking to myself, what? What is
the people involved with these cases? I don't understand how they can live with themselves and just to let it go on for so long, knowing that
30?
they did it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, no big deal. It's just another day.
And remind you, this case is how old? 33 years old.
This April will be 34.
Yeah.
And I don't see how, going back to the episode this morning, somebody who is close to the family, not related, but close to the family, has been helping the family, could pull the things that they pulled to get us off of a property that could very well hold answers.
Shane Key.
The 70-year law needs change. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's due.
Have you had a chance to look at the Aaron Shane Key case yet? It is about as corrupt as they come.
Oh, lovely.
We have not looked at that yet. You write it down.
I did.
I will start looking into that tonight after the live feed is done and start going into that case as well. And Dan, that 70-year law, 70 years is way too long for something like that.
Times have changed. Things are different now. It needs brought up to code. You see, yeah.
And with all the forensics and the technology they have available today,
right,
nothing should take 70 years for them to figure out. And to keep things confidential that long is ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, Alberta and Harold, they took this to court, everything to get answers. Everything was denied.
I mean, if you think about it, at the time, this was in 88, it's 2021. Some of those people that are involved are not even alive anymore. They're gone. So that doesn't help. I mean, this case needs solved.
You know what's so bad is like all the law enforcement names that were brought up throughout all this case. We know these names. We've heard them growing up being in Leavenworth. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, that I don't want to believe that, but apparently it's true.
Yeah. Oh, Tamara just asked what the 70-year law was. Dan says they do it to hide crooked law enforcement.
Yes, they do. And it's not that they hide crooked law enforcement well. It's just that they do it in a way that even when you know they're crooked, there's nothing you can really do because they have it covered. And the 70-year law, they don't have to release public information, public records, anything. They don't have to release that information for 70 years. When I grew up, it was Sylvia Lickens, in Indiana.
But did you read the one Joanna just posted? You will be shocked at some of the things that have went on with that case. His death was also ruled a suicide, and it's
wow.
obvious it wasn't.
I wrote that. I already made that note.
Here we go again.
That's going to be interesting.
Lovely.
Because, I mean, going back to Alex, I could tell you with 100% certainty this is not suicide.
What? I don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Brantley had to come in and talk a
I
minute.
hope everyone's dead and that I apparently that's what has to happen apparently.
And in a lot of cases, unfortunately, that ends up being the case.
You would not believe all the cases that are unsolved because of law enforcement. I mean, like the law enforcement that's involved with Randy, half of them aren't even alive anymore. So what good is it going to do? Honestly, but it's still, Randy still needs to come home.
That's like I said in last night's video. I have lost so much faith in law
Right.
enforcement just because of all the research we've done and knowing how bad it actually is. It's ridiculous.
It makes you wonder if it's even worth calling them if you need something.
Yeah.
I'll just handle it myself, honestly.
See, and that's sad because we all know that there is some good law enforcement officers out there, but it's these that do this junk that it gives them all that bad reputation, and you don't know who you can trust, who you cannot trust. And that's why the deal I talked about being made on the Randy case, wait until there is something concrete that can be documented before calling anybody out on it. All states need to have the law like Florida. They have the sunshine law.
What's that, Dan?
What's the sunshine law?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
You know, all the times that I've had to deal with law enforcement, I've never had a problem with it. Especially like when our dad passed away. The police were so amazing.
Yeah.
And then you hear about this kind of crap and it's just horrible.
Uh-oh. No, get rid of it.
No, just don't.
Don't even.
Our dad passed away in 2009, and the law enforcement, they came in the house with the paramedics and whatnot, and they were so polite, so caring. And then eventually, a week later, one of the police officers even came back to the house, and I guarantee you this was on his own accord, and just asked how we were doing.
Yeah, he checked on us and everything. And it was awesome.
Yeah. So, easy public record. Okay, I see. Why that would make sense. Every state would need that law. That's
yeah,
that would make sense. I mean, and especially with the families. I mean, keeping the families in the dark. Alberta over 33 years and not tell her anything.
I mean, that poor woman. She still hasn't given up hope, but unfortunately, she's at the age where she may not have much longer in life. She desperately needs to know where her son is, or at least bring him home.
I'm gonna write that name down too.
Okay, we're gonna write that name down, Tamara.
What is it? I can't see it.
Carol Nevis.
Yeah,
also lots of unanswered questions happened 47 years ago, and they won't release the record as it is an open case.
That's another thing they like to do is keep the case open so they don't have to do that as well.
I agree, Tamara.
Can't imagine losing a child. Absolutely.
You know, throughout all this, what irks me the most is when these families call in asking questions and they get nothing but attitude, or they get yelled at, or don't worry about it, we're working on it, just leave it alone. That's what's ridiculous.
And you know, Laura, with your comment just now, Alberta has to have so much emptiness in her heart. You know, that poor woman has been through so much crap. She is to the point now where she doesn't trust any law enforcement agency. She has no faith in any of them. And those are the one people you're supposed to. And that poor lady has no trust in anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the one person that you rely on to help bring your son home, and you can't trust him. I just really hope who all was involved and whatnot. Karma's coming for you.
Yeah.
With the Alex, all these cases, karma's coming for you. So, anyway.
Laura says, I feel that. I don't blame her.
Right.
And Laura, if any of us has any idea of what Alberta's gone through,
Yes.
it's you.
Absolutely.
I couldn't even imagine.
Right. So, anyway.
Changing the topic for just a minute. Catfish Bob brought up something interesting, and I'm surprised I hadn't touched on this already. But as many of you know, it is hunting season right now. We are avid outdoorsmen. We love to hunt. We just want to say be safe out there. Rifle season is open in a lot of states now. Just be safe, wear your orange, follow their laws, and make it back home in hopefully better shape than you went, hopefully dragging out a big buck. But just be safe out there.
Yes.
When you do the Molly case, I'm interested. I'm going to start digging tomorrow on that case. It's an hour from me. Dan, I will be emailing you everything that we have on that case. I do have quite a bit on that case. And do you all think the police have something to do with Randy's disappearance, or maybe somebody related? My opinion is it's going to be related, or they have some kind of close contact with them to where it is covered, possibly even, I'm really thinking relation there.
Yeah.
I don't think the police actually done anything. And part of me thinks that it's not so much that they're covering up what happened to help the guilty party, as much as they're covering their shortcomings in the case and their lack of doing anything and covering up their mistakes.
Yeah. Because you cover up one, you got to cover up another, and then another, and another. You're going to get caught. Mm-hmm. You know, you're eventually going to give yourself away.
And any news on Bohannon, that would be Joshua Bohannon. Right now, nothing new. And hopefully by Wednesday, we will be doing an update on that. And that is another one that I would love to travel down to this coming year and do some searches on that case. Relation sounds right. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Tamara says, and carry a personal locator beacon. Absolutely.
Right.
And anymore, those really aren't even that expensive to have. And they can be a lifesaver for sure. Yeah. And was there any questions on any of the other cases, or even these, any other questions? Guess I need to learn to talk more clear.
No, I mean, I'm dumbfounded from Alex's thing last night and then the Randy thing today. I'm done.
I'm just waiting for the Randy thing to blow up.
Oh, it's going to.
Yeah.
You know it will.
Yeah, it's coming. I can feel it.
Yeah, because
we just want certain people to see it and then go, oh, okay.
I've done my best not to name names, and I do want to make it clear that I wasn't talking about any of the leeches or anybody who is actually related to the leeches, but I didn't want to say the name.
Oh, I took everything Denny had, believe me.
I mentioned to them that they all probably pretty much know who we're
They
talking
can,
about.
yeah.
Yeah. Caitlin Ledbetter disappeared from the same road. We are working on Caitlin's case. It disappeared on the same road Aaron Key was killed on. Josh Bohannon lived near that same area as well. And write down Aaron Key's name as well.
I did.
So Caitlin Ledbetter disappeared from the same road Aaron Key was killed on. Josh Bohannon lived near the same area as well. Uh-oh. And then Dan said, I really wish the Alex case was in my state because it would be easier for me to get really hands-on. I agree. And yes,
Definitely.
Tamara, you know what we're talking about, honey. Yeah, you know. So.
Will you grab that bag? I want to grab Caitlin's flyer real quick. Her file.
I remember you just did that one the other day.
Yeah.
Where did Caitlin disappear from? We're pulling her.
Yeah, we're getting her file out, Tamara. Just a second. You got to organize.
I've got it alphabetized because there is so many of them in there.
It's
Okay,
alphabetized,
I
and
didn't know it
Megan
was-
is having trouble apparently.
She's out of Tennessee.
Oh, out of Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, Livingston, Tennessee, since May 2nd.
Want me to read it? Or-
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. In case you're wondering what she's talking, Caitlin Ledbetter, she's missing from Livingston, Tennessee since May 2nd. Last seen leaving her home on Turkey Town Road and going into a wooded area, traveling west in the direction of Jackson County. She was wearing pajama boy shorts that are white with blue polka dots, a royal blue sleeveless t-shirt, and no shoes. Goodness. It has been reported she had got into an argument with her father when she left. The house they lived in recently burned down, killing her father's girlfriend. 25 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes. So who's to say they just didn't have a bad argument? She just wanted out to get away
Cool
from
off,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be an awful bad argument to go into the wooded area with no shoes on.
She probably just,
Yeah.
who's to say she just didn't grow up around that and that's just normal, just whatever. But
See, in Tennessee, I should have remembered that with Joshua Bohannon, because if I make it down to do a search for him, I would like to go over and search a couple areas for Summer Wells as well.
right. What town was that again?
Livingston, Tennessee.
Yeah, no shoes, pajamas. Yeah, she probably just said, you know what, I got to get out of the house. So, yeah.
So it's she disappeared from the same place as him. Are these two related? Because that's what Joanne put.
Yeah, she said that lived near the same area as well.
So is Aaron and who related?
Is Caitlin related? Because she said they disappeared from the same road.
Yeah.
Do you know if Aaron and Caitlin were related in any way?
And not even just family, but just like knew each other.
That would be
Lots of
interesting.
history of corruption in the 13th Judicial District.
So we take a lot of notes, by the way.
Yeah. You guys give us a lot of good information.
Oh,
Yeah, I love the teamwork with all of you guys. And like what we shared on Randy Leach this morning, we debated doing this. We've been debating this for a few weeks now.
I was gonna say, right? Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to get that down.
But we've been debating for a few weeks now if we should release that much or hold on to it. But because you guys are working on these cases as well, we felt, okay, let's go ahead and get that out. Laura, Cornbread Mafia, sorry, couldn't.
I was sitting here trying not to laugh my butt off. That was a good one, Laura.
Funny.
You know the bad part? We've been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about stuff, and like the other night, and I know, excuse me ahead of time, but I told my sister, I said, it's the Cornbread Mafia, and I said, all right, just make sure you bring the chili. This is not stuff to joke about.
No.
But we got to.
Then I come
Okay.
walking over with a big spoon and a butter knife, and that's Cornbread Mafia. We, this is kind of our outlet. We've got to find some humor in some of this. Some of this is so deep and heart-wrenching that you got to find something positive to go on with. We try to keep it semi-professional.
we do.
But
And we are. We are
our
very.
moments.
We do keep it. We try to keep it very professional. But on the other hand,
Chili with
Luna.
beans. LOL.
that was a good one. I just want to know who came up with that name. I mean, there are so many different things. Hillbilly Mafia. That sounds good. Who did the cornbread?
What I've been able to find, it was made public. That name was from the like a DA when he done a press release called it that.
Yeah.
But that term was coined in Kentucky back in the 70s, I believe it was, by those.
I don't care how long ago it was. Who picked that?
Yeah.
It's basically making fun of rednecks.
That's exactly what it is. But Lord, when I heard it on Dr. Phil the other day, I literally, what did he say? Prosecutor making fun of hillbillies.
Yes.
Yeah. I had cornbread tonight. Nice, Dan. Real nice.
Shout it, don't give your heartburn.
That makes Dan a full-fledged member of the Cornbread Mafia.
Yeah. Anyway,
We're bad.
it's not funny, but damn it.
We're all going to hell.
We got to figure out something here. Anyway, anything else, guys? Any more cases that you're interested in, or?
I was guessing a police name.
Yeah.
I've got a name for some of them, but I won't share it on here.
Yeah.
It's sad because there are so many good officers out there.
Yeah. But I'm to the point now where I'm going, but who? Yeah. Anyway.
See, I know we have covered everything in our notes for today.
Yeah.
Next weekend, it will be Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m. again when we do our another weekly live feed. That one should have a lot more information. Do you think AWP has done its fullest capacity of searching the bodies of water for Randy's case? I respect the work that AWP has done. They have found answers and they have helped a lot of families out there. So I do not mean this in a disrespectful way at all. But if you're going to call an area cleared, you need to know 100% that area is cleared and not just go off assumptions.
Oh, good.
There's a lot more that needs done. One area on the water in particular, I actually believe his vehicle is there. I don't believe he's in the vehicle, but I think the vehicle is there. And they didn't really do anything with that area. I know going cross country to work on a case like that, they've got limited time to spend. So they're going to try to hit the areas that they feel is going to be most beneficial, even if it is just finding an area clear and marking it off. Everybody knows this is completely cleared. Watching their videos, I'm not comfortable calling a lot of areas they searched cleared. They would search part of it and say, well, this site is newer. That may be the case, but under certain circumstances, things could still move.
Shift over time.
And Gardner Lake is a prime example. They went out to search it. They looked at it. There's a lot of boats out there. And they didn't say that it was cleared. They put it on a back burner. But they explained that with so many fishing boats there with sonar, somebody would have found it. But as an avid fisherman, if I put my boat in to fish, I don't turn my sonar on until I'm close to the area I plan to fish. And the boat docks, they do not get the sonar attention that many people think they do. And whether it's for Randy's case or not, I still think that Gardner Lake needs to be sonared. And we do have that as well as others on our list to do. But as far as doing what they could to their fullest capacity, being their limited time, I would have to say yes under those circumstances. If they were local here, I would say absolutely not. But under the circumstances of traveling so far with limited days to do something, I think they done very well.
Joanne, yeah, go ahead.
I read AWP is coming to check some areas for summer soon. That would be great.
Yeah,
the more people
absolutely.
looking, absolutely.
I don't think they're going to find her in the water, though. I really don't. But don't rule it out.
See, there are some theories out there that involve particular one area with water.
Yeah.
But my opinion, going along those lines, it's going to be like a well or, God forbid, a septic tank, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But I still cannot rule out an abduction or a kidnapping on summer wells.
And the thing is, though, abduction and kidnapping, they're really two different things, though.
Yes.
And I don't like the fact that her,
Do you think there's more witnesses, Leanne, who are still alive? Like Leanne, who are still alive? Yes, I do. I would almost guarantee it. And again, some of that I can't get into at the moment. But yes, there are people who are still alive who knows what happened to Randy Leach.
Mm-hmm.
Some are eyewitnesses. Some were actually involved in this. And some of them know about it.
Dan, yes, something caused them to pull off the Randy case. They were either ran out of town or threatened or whatever. I mean, this case
those are just our theories.
Those are our theories. But
and to be
really,
and to be fair to them, Randy's isn't the only case they dropped.
Yeah.
They dropped Karina McClurkins and several others. And the reason they gave was it's a foul play case, and they say they do not work on foul play cases. And for them, it's a safety concern. And I can understand being concerned. Some of the cases we're working on, I have concerns on those, but that's not going to stop us from trying to find
No.
answers.
I mean, we have to watch ourselves with a lot of these now. The further we get into them.
What year did Randy disappear? That was 1988, and he was 18 years old.
Right. No, a lot of these cases, we look at it and we look at the history they've had or what has happened, and we just kind of go, okay, well, what do we do? This is getting to be bad. Do we keep going? Do we give up? No, we keep going.
And for safety, I mentioned this before, Kansas is a constitutional carry state. Any search that we're on here, we do carry a firearm legally
Yes.
for protection.
Yep.
Hopefully it never comes to needing to use something like that, but we do take a lot of steps to ensure our safety.
Yep.
And the safety for any family member or anybody who comes out to join on a search, etc.
Right. Yeah, we all three carry. So, and I never thought I'd be in a situation where I had to, but these cases are very important. So,
What year did Randy disappear?
Yeah.
Oh, you did that?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to step out.
No, I mean,
He was 17.
Yeah.
That's right. He was 17. He was not far from 18
Yeah.
pre-graduation.
but
And thank you,
Nuna.
for
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. That's what we're here for.
But yeah, poor Randy. I mean, it's a graduation party. That's all she wrote. So
with that. Do you guys have any more questions that we could answer? If we have,
Yeah,
we covered everything. And like I said, to go back to that GoFundMe page for Alex, we're in the midst of getting it up and running. So give us a couple of days, but it's very dear to my heart, and I want to help his mom, Jennifer, out as much as I can. It's just to get the case reopened and get it done the right way so answers can be found. It's way overdue.
and
So
once that is up, we'll do a live feed and update you guys on that. Share
Oh,
the
yeah.
link here on the community
Yeah.
page on YouTube as well, plus our Facebook page.
so
And another, I know I keep talking about it. Don't forget about the sale, Black Friday sale.
when does that start?
It is the 26th through the 29th.
Okay.
So with this, we are going to go ahead and anything on the guy that disappeared from motel when he was lured there by a
remember?
woman on
Oh,
Facebook.
Yeah.
the one I can't see.
Dan, that location you sent us, this coming weekend, we're going to go search a small area for
Mhm.
Randy Leach.
Yeah.
And I want to go over to that area as well and do a search for him. And then we will be doing an update at that point on that. But I will get a hold of you, Dan, and let you know what we have going on with that.
And Tamara, absolutely, honey. We can't get enough of this. And we want to thank you for all the work you've done with us as well.
And with that,
Thank you, Joanne. You have a good week too. What's all the families that are missing? Yes.
and
Aw. I got plenty of it on there.
With this, remember, please be sending your thoughts and prayers out to Jennifer, Alex's mother. She is really,
And Alberta.
and Alberta Leach, and the other families on these other cases.
Yep.
With that, you guys stay safe. We're going to jump off here, and we will catch you down the road.
Bye.
Oh my God, Benny, I am so